Hello, ICT 200. My name is Sam, and today I'll be sharing my final project with you all. The two infographics that I chose to examine both relate to college athletics, and I use these infographics to support a claim um, that I actually base my third infographic around, which is that college athletes deserve to be paid. So, with that being said, let's get into it. First, going to start with the first infographic that I looked at and analyzed and share that. So, as you can see here, this infographic is entitled Myths About College Sports. And as it says there, the creator basically just presents a common misconception about college athletics and then explains why this claim is false. Visually, I felt that this infographic does a really good job with its flow. As you can see, it numbers myths 1 through 8 and shows you graphics that help you understand what's going on better, and then at the end provides a solution to what should be done by the NCAA about problems he presents. And the creator does a good job of going down this infographic and explaining all these so-called myths. The graphic also does a good job of simplifying the subject. As for the audience of this graphic, it's clearly targeting people who have at least some interest in sports, but want to know more about how the college athletic system works. I could see this infographic being placed in an article of media that's maybe not a primary sports form of media, but maybe doing a specific story on college athletics with readers who do not have as much background information on that topic. All right, next we are going to get into the second infographic, which I analyzed, and here we go. This infographic's a little bit of a different type of infographic. As you can see here, it's very graph-based, and it's attempting to give a sample of how much money is made in college athletics via comparisons with graphs and factual numbers. This point is emphasized by comparing professional and college sports and the money made by those two groups, with college sports seeming to generate more revenue on a yearly basis. The design of this graphic does a good job going along with the money theme, as it uses lots of green and highlights the biggest amounts of revenue generated by putting that at the top, and that big graphic right there with the big font. This infographic appears to be declarative, as there is a predetermined data which seems to begin at a specific point. As with the first infographic, this is targeting college athletics, so its audience would be people who have some degree of interest in that. However, this really focuses on the financial aspect of it, so I could see it being targeted at someone in the business industry as well. But obviously, probably more oriented at sports fans or people in the sports industry. So I will move on now to my final infographic, which is the one that I created. So when I was thinking about what to do for my new infographic, I started by using my creative thinking skills when I decided I want to take my infographic in a different direction while still using information from the previous graphics. This led me to create an infographic that had the goal of persuading the audience that it's wrong for college athletes to not be paid for what they do. After deciding I want to go in this direction, I started using my critical thinking and wise skills to figure out where the most important things were from the two infographics to keep and what I didn't need to keep. I further investigated the infographics, and upon evaluating their content, I decided it was important to put a large total revenue sum at the top of this, similar to the last graphic I showed. And this just really does a good job of getting the point across about how much money is really made by the NCAA and why college athletes should be paid for this. As for overall, I kept a lot from that first graphic as I evaluated the money that was made and compared some of those same values made by different leagues. As for what I took from the first graphic, the biggest thing that stood out for me was when it discussed that student athletes were not able to make money off their own likeness. I felt that this would really connect with the audience because there's no other position in life where this is really the case. while the myths discussed in the first graphic were interesting, I just found a lot of them to be unnecessary for what I was trying to convey with my new infographic. Overall, this project taught me a lot more about reading infographics and how to create one on my own for the first time. And I was glad to be able to use critical and creative thinking skills to bring my own infographic to life. Thank you.